Hey everyone, Noik, and this is another phone webcam video. This is about something that's going to happen, need to be talked about in WoW, and that is the leaders of the Night Elves and the Forsaken. Because I think by the end of Battle for Azeroth, they're gonna be getting some new ones, and Blizzard really needs to have a plan already set in motion because these two races have already gotten the short end of the stick since the beginning of this with the whole losing their capitals. And I really think it's, hey, are we really going to just lose another thing? And why are they losing it? Well, for the Forsaken, their leader is Sylvanas. And let's face it, by the end of this expansion, she's gone because of possibly three reasons. The first is Siege of Agramar to Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, that's what it really feels like is going to happen in WoW, and I, like everyone else, do not want this. Honestly, fans of Sylvanas don't want to see her going like this. Nobody wants another Horde civil war on the Horde. I'm not sure how Alliance people players feel about it, but I guess they like, can we have a new thing? Anything? Um, yeah, it's just no one wants that. The second is a possible sacrifice that her whole story is going to lead her sacrificing it herself to save Azeroth or something, or end the old gods, something like that. And then the third is my personal what I want to happen is Sarfang comes back, he makes a deal with her, like saying, you're losing the war, so if I can give you one good victory that will actually turn it in our favor, you step down. I feel I'd be the. And she agrees because she sees either one, he does succeed and it makes it harder for the Alliance to come after her, and or two, he fails, and this puts more into our whole hey, Sea Honor isn't as good as people are making out to be, something like that. There, we have to be ready to not hold back no matter what. And let's say the third mine, if it does go through, she would then probably go, I can't be in the spotlight, so she decides to step down like that. Now, for the Night Elves, why would they be losing their leaders? Well, Taronda took that whole Moon Warrior thing, and that's supposed to be at the cost of your life. It will kill you. When? I don't know. We all die someday. Yeah, Blizzard needs to do something like maybe as the patches come out, we see her look more sickly and weakly, so by the end of this, she passes on. And then Malfurion, I see him not, well, sticking around like that. Most likely trying to go to nature, reflect, leave, and then leave someone else in charge. That he wouldn't be in the proper mindset. So even if he would be considered a leader, it'd be someone else leading them. Now, who do I see actually taking up the mantles of leadership? I have an idea for both. There would be kind of a on surface leader, like you would just say who's leading them. Oh, they are, but there would be kind of behind the scenes lore drama going on. So for the Forsaken, their leader Nathanos. Now, if it's the Siege of Vagramar 2, it's wouldn't be him. But the other ones I can see. So 2 out of 3 chance Nathanos would be the leader. And for the most part, actually, people don't like when he gets too obsessive with his honest. I know it's also a fun trait about him that people do also kind of like. It's complicated. But for the most part, when I see people liking his whole, hey, I am for the Horde against the Alliance, respond well with that. So I think it would work well. And it would be funny than him just calling up Lord Thamar or sending a letter. Just, oh, how did you transition to being a ranger in the field to paperwork? And him going, I didn't. But for the behind the scenes, I think it'd be a new desolate council, and this council would be pretty split on decisions. Like, he'd be more trying to keep the peace between them. That other members would be holding their own like positions. Really, it's the different Forsaken branches, but because of him being Sylvanas' second in command, he's the closest to keeping everything together. It's almost everyone's doing their own thing, but his word is the final say. That's how I see it happening and how the Forsaken move forward. For the Night Elves, they're on the surface leader, Sandra's Feathermoon. She, well, just like Nathanos was Tyranda's second in command, Chandris is Tyrande's, and she's her adopted daughter. So it makes the most sense, and it also would be fitting considering Nathanos and Chandris, like, they're powerful, but they're supposed to be a level below. And people, well, did not like that. Nathanos is able to hold his own against Tyrande uh, after her moon, like, warrior thing. Like, he did get the Valkyrie boost, but that would be maybe regular Tyrande, not the moon. I agree with that. But him and Sandras, they would be on equal footing. Like, Night Elves are more stronger, but Dark Rangers have a dark magic decay, giving them a chance in equal playing field that way. But okay, so let's say Sandras is on the surface. Who would be the behind the scenes thing? It would be probably a recreation of similar to what Tyrande and Fandral had, where I have the name right, Fandral Staghelm. He joined the Old Gods in Cataclysm as the Fire Druid guy. Anyways, he had taken over for Mathurian as leader of the Druids afterwards, and him and Tyrande, their views are really different. And I could see something like that actually happening then with Maiev and her views compared to Sandras. And basically, hey, you like Sandras liked more, so she gets a bit more love. And now it was in the lore that happened, but I didn't play Classic, but from what I've seen, I didn't really see any actual confrontations between Tyrande and Staghelm. Maybe there was a quest chain or something, but I didn't play Classic WoW. I'm just going from what I have. But then we can actually see that. And an interesting thing as well as you could say, all right, so the Sentinels and the Watchers. Yeah, that's the right. The Wardens are just a subgroup of them. Anyways, so the Sentinels and the Watchers would then be the ones more running the place, while the Druids and Priests would take more step back. So we're going from spiritual leaders to their military. And this would also be, I think, well received by people because it'd still give the Night Elves a reason to be kept themselves in this more militarized focus that we had in Warcraft 3. Like, they went more spiritual, so it makes sense why they were less aggressive when the time came. But now we're in this. To take over also for the Druids and the Priests. Well, the Druids would be Brawl Bearmantle. The Priests, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a Night Elf Priestess out there. I'm sorry. I don't know a lot about their lore. Just really what a lot of people who actually get into the lore, but you kind of like, hey, I don't care about these people. I'm not going to study more than the basics. But yeah. So, Sylvanas is most likely gone at the end of this. Tyrande is going to die at the end of Battle for Azeroth. Malthurian's going to probably wander off and become a tree, maybe. Nathanos and Sandras would be the kind of on the surface leaders. If there's ever some sort of cinematic needing Horde and Alliance leaders, that's who would be there. But there'd be some behind the scenes thing, like for the Forsaken, it'll be a new Desolate Council. And for these Night Elves, it'd be kind of a recreation of Tyrande's and Vandrels. Yeah, I probably got that name wrong. Okay, what do you all think? Do you see this is a good idea? If it is, share the video to get word out. If you don't like it or don't understand something, please feel free to comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Till next time, everyone.